And welcome to the latest episode of New Londinium 1910, which is my steampunk Let's Build series for heavily modded Minecraft. And in the last episode, we got our windmill up and running, so there's a bunch of stuff that we can and need to build using all this rotational force we're generating. But I actually wanted to see if I could fit in this episode the entire evacuation of the town of Twin Spires. Now, if you're new here, the town of Twin Spires is a beautiful little town that's nearby. Unfortunately, it is within the area we're going to need to clear for the city of New Londinium. And early on in the series, pretty much day one, we did some explorations there, and we found that there were signs that cultists had taken up in that town. So we did the best we could to foil their plans. And but now it's time to move the good folks out. Even the suspected cultists, and move them to another town where we've built a barracks to house the refugees. And then we can start working on the actual excavation for New Londinium. Now, let me put away this copper here. There's a lot of moving parts that are going on at the moment. And we're going to have to shuttle people back and forth. And we're going to use my gyrocopter for that, and the gyrocopter requires pedal power. So I got 29 baked potatoes. That's not going to be enough, so I'm going to cook up a full stack of new baked potatoes, and that should give me the pedal pushing power I need to stay in the air long enough, hopefully, to shuttle all the residents of Twin Spires to their new homes. In the meanwhile, now that we have storage, I need to start slowly putting stuff away, which is a convenient time while I'm waiting for the taters to bake. There's a bunch of other stuff we need to do in the house and on the house and around the house, but I thought it'd be nice to get out of the house to move people. This then raises another question, which is what to do with all that stuff that we're gonna put. Oh, this stuff I think I can burn. Hopefully I can burn it. Finish baking these potatoes. Well, I know the slabs will work. We'll see if those roof bits work. Anyway, like I was saying, there's just so much to do, and we're gonna get doing start doing it. But you know, the good news is that I feel like we've made some pretty solid progress. I mean, we're at the point now where we're actually moving. Well, I was going to say, bits and the material, but we're moving people, which I guess technically are material, but all in anticipation of the actual work that the series is about, right? Up to this point, 95% of what we've been doing has been preparing for that, including the building of this house, which, like I said, still has some work to be done on it, but it's not going to take... So it takes roof pieces from a cause, but it won't take these other wooden pieces from... it's not the chip mod, which... Dominum Ornamentum, that's the mod. So, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and grab the material to make some rich soil. Anyway, up to this point, we've been working really hard on the... I think I need 104. So I need 40. One more. There we go. And that should get me, what, 52? Oh. I don't like these dark oak ladders, so please, by all means, do something useful with them. So let's get some dirt. Anyway, you know, this is kind of like moving toward what I've been waiting for this whole time. So this is exciting to me. There's still, you know, the rafters and the ceilings to do, and storage to fill, right? Because we got everything upstairs, kind of like, you know, living in like a refugee in a corner of the house. So we need to change all that. And then, but we're moving forward, and you know, we are wearing fully enchanted gear. We've got some enchanted tools to help make the job easier. This is I'm really excited about where this is headed. I mean, I've been excited about that all along, but I'm excited that it's kind of like, it's like driving on the freeway and you've been driving for hours and hours and hours toward a destination, but there's no mention of it. Now you're starting to see signs, you know, on the freeway saying, hey, this is your destination. You're going the right way. It's still several hundred miles away, but at least you're going the right way. So that's what this is. Let's lay these down out here and keeping them together so that they help each other cure, and keeping them by the rich soil I already have out here. That will help accelerate them as well. Very, very nice. Now, I expect some challenges on moving people. Okay, that should... Let's put that back in there. Oh, yeah, so it definitely won't take dominum ornamentum blocks, but I'll live. Kind of clear out my inventory from stuff I don't need right this second. We'll get it all squared away sooner or later. Grab these potatoes. So I don't expect problems, just the weirdness of trying to have multiple guys in the puddle jumper at a time. Now, normally there's only room for 2 people in here, me and a passenger, but if you remember a couple episodes back when we moved a couple people to try things out, I was able to, you know, I have the carry-on mod, so I can pick people up, and I was able to keep holding on to that person when I was flying it. So I was able to move, you know, 2 people and myself at using that. So that's my goal. And I hope it works, because there have been some changes to immersive aircraft lately, and I'm starting to suspect that some of the underlying foundational mechanics have changed a bit. Like, for example, I think just sitting in your vehicle and flying your vehicle causes some durability loss, which wasn't the case before. It used to be that you had to run into stuff. And it seems like it's much more sensitive about running into stuff than it used to be. The thing is, it doesn't show... See... I think I just hit the damage from hitting the ground too hard, but sometimes just getting and flying and not running anything produces some damage, so we'll see. So the first thing I want to do, the strategy here is, the way villages work is if there are beds, if there's unclaimed beds, then villagers do the hokey pokey, and then there's more villagers, and until there's a villager for each bed. And then, of course, if you take away a villager, but there's still an empty bed, then they'll make a new villager. So my plan all along was to take, each time I took a villager, take a bed. Now, what I'm doing right now, for the sake of being more efficient, is I'm just going to sweep parts of the village and grab all the beds out of them. Since beds don't stack, I can't do the whole village. But I will do it this way, and then that should reduce the number of new villagers popping into existence while we are ferrying them to their new home. And I pretty much cleaned this place out well, not last time. I've made several visits here, and I'd be surprised to find anything I didn't notice before. What is this place? So, that was a Lenny and Squiggy moment. I'll talk about them in a second. But, yes, as I say, you know, I've been through here. I cleaned it out, blah, blah, blah. I didn't miss anything. Then I find a secret room, and I found out that I missed something. Which is like Lenny and Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley, right? Because they always popped up when somebody was saying something really detrimental, either directly about them or not, right? Like, for example, you know, I can't think of any specific episode quotes, but, you know, they would, you know, like there's a horrible accident and somebody's telling the story and they go, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. That's the worst thing I ever heard in my life. And then that's when the door opens and Lenny and Squiggy come in going, hello. And, oh my gosh. Hey. Well, yeah, I think I can take one of these guys. I'll take both of these guys. But if I'm going to carry a guy, I need to be able to get back up here. And I don't think there's... Oh. Well, for that matter, the priests in the church got beds. I don't know. Normally they have some type of... Well, they call them cells, right? Well, at least they do for monks. Monks live in cells, which is where the word comes from for, like, jail cells, which is where the word comes from for plant and animal cells. But I don't think there's any beds or anything here. Okay, just don't listen to a word I say anymore. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh boy. Okay, I am definitely up above, and I've been here before because it's an empty chest. Okay, that for sure is correct. Oh man, having a rough day, man. Okay, so let's grab one of these villagers that's having a chat, and man, I'm having a hard time. So the reason I keep bringing up the waypoint thing is because I've been playing a lot of Enshrouded lately, and to bring up the inventory is the B key, and that happens to be the hotkey for bringing up the waypoints in journey map. So we got the farmer. Let's put the farmer in the puddle jumper. Man. Huh. Can put him directly... So I've had problems trying to figure this out. And it doesn't seem like I can put him directly in there. If I put him near it... Oh, that works. He jumps right into it. Now, let's see if I can pick up the other guy and let him ride on my lap like a toddler while I fly to the new village. Okay. Up. I don't have him. What in the world? Can I? Yeah, I guess I can. Okay. Can I fly with this? Okay, let's give it a shot. We'll see. I hope I don't kill him. Watch out for those blades, Mr. Bill. Okay. Not... This is not even close to what I had in mind. It works. It's kind of like something out of a Cirque du Soleil, but okay. Whatever works. Okay. Nasty stormy clouds out there. Need some fuel. Okay, I can see the mushroom with the lights in it. That is at the center of the village we're headed for, so we should soon see kind of a dark spot, which will be the roof of the dormitory I prepared. This is bizarre. This is really bizarre. Oh man. Watch out for those blades. Okay, I can see. I don't think I'm gonna land on the roof though. I'm gonna have some challenges trying to get these guys out of this thing, I think. In the past, I was able to just pick up the aircraft completely, and anybody that was in it gets dumped out. I'm kind of hoping that these guys get dumped out and start running around on their own. But you can see we're already in uncharted territory. So as far as behavior goes, this is new. Okay, so I'm out, and since they're in, it's still running. I'm trying to pick up Puddle Jumper. I can repair it, obviously. I can beat it up. Any of these guys, I can get back in it, but that's not what I was trying to do. Are they out? Now that it looks like they're back in? Oh, jeez. Jeez. No iron golems, right? I do not want to deal with iron golems. Can I not pick this up? Huh. Okay. They're out. Well, that's not what I was expecting, though. Okay. Can I pick one of you up? There we go. Unstack you. Okay, welcome to your new home. No golems. Okay. Here, let's eat. And I just noticed I still have a ton of beds. But let's just get out of here before I get golemized. Okay, so looking at the clock, we're about 20 minutes into this, roughly, and it hasn't gone bad, but it definitely hasn't gone the way I expected. Excuse me, gentlemen. It's definitely not what I figured would happen, or how it would happen, so... Okay, and... lay these down. I didn't realize there were so many people in Twin Spires. I mean, I don't remember seeing this many people. Certainly not all at once, but I mean, even walking through town, it didn't seem like it was this crowded, but this... Am I out of red beds? Is that what it is? Yeah. This is a ton. Okay, climb up here. So, I could have swore I saw at least one golem in this village. But either they're gone or I was apparently wrong. I'm pretty happy with either answer because I'm pretty sure I would be dodging golems and probably have to, sacrifice my puddle jumper to get out of there alive. I mean, I really don't like killing iron golems. Especially since they're so useful, especially when I'm not around, so... Okay. A little background, if in case you haven't seen the beginning of the episode, the village of Twin Spires got its name because when I was exploring the village and I found these secret cells that they had, and presuming that there was cultists and all sorts of little untold secrets and stuff of the highest and perhaps weirdest order, I realized that I'd stumbled upon, this sleepy little town with dark secrets, which reminded me of Twin Peaks, which was a series by David Lynch, which started off bizarre and only got more bizarre from there. But my point was I couldn't call it Twin Peaks because the copyright police might come after me or whatever. So we're not calling it Twin Peaks, we're calling it Twin Spires. But the problem is as you notice, there's more than 2 spires. But the name stuck. The point, and more to the point, it won't be twin anything much longer. So, okay, let's clear out beds for the next section of town. I got this one last time. Anything up here? Nope. And no beds. Probably up here. Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that every building has a bed, even unless I just removed it in the past 30 seconds, because apparently I'm missing stuff frequently. Two more. Definitely noticed that last time I had like almost all red, a couple yellows. White seems to be a pretty common choice this time around. I mean, from 16 colors to choose from, I find it strange that I'm not getting much of a variety. And just, there must be hard-coded or something. Oh, purple's different. Take me some purple. Oh, hey. Okay. Ugh. No. Okay, guys, break it up. Break it up. Get out of my way. There we go. Push him out. Ladders. Ladders can be tricky things for one person. Borderline deadly for 2 people, and with 3 people, that's just insanity. Insanity. Is that all of it? I think... Yep, I think that's all of it. I will not say absolutely positively there are no other beds to be found, because every time I make a statement like that, invariably I prove myself wrong within the next 10, 15 minutes, sometimes 30 seconds. So I'm pretty sure that's all of it. But my disclaimer is there's a possibility that there's still a bed in here somewhere. Howdy, sir. Let's go. Quick, it's off to the Batmobile. You don't really hear that type of thing anymore. But yeah, that was very, very campy. Okay, that's not what you're supposed to do. Work with me here, pal. Work. Wow, it worked. Okay. That's like when you're trying to do something with your dog who's barely trained and you tell him to do something and he does it. And you're like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Even knowing that is what you told him to do. Okay, make sure there's nobody hiding in the church seeking sanctuary. Everybody's got to go for your own good. You don't want to be here when the bulldozers come through. Not that there are bulldozers, but you know. It paints a better picture if you're trying to get people to take the claim seriously. Just saying, "Hey, move so you're not in my way." That's not gonna. It's not gonna cut it, right? You wanna let add a dose of emphasis that kind of gets people thinking, man, I need to get out of here. It doesn't really matter though. It's Minecraft, so villagers are about as smart as a box of rocks. So I'm really starting to wonder how many villagers were in this village in the first place, because I've already taken a mess of beds back. Nothing down there. Maybe they all fell and died. I mean, I've taken a mess of beds back to the shelter. I found you. So typically that would imply that there's one villager per bed in this village, but that just doesn't seem to be the case. Did I eat that slice of cake? I don't remember it. Maybe I did. So okay, we got two more. I can see little wisps of smoke from my aircraft. It's taking damage. Quite a bit, apparently. Okay. We will do this again, I guess. It's like, I don't know, it's like I'm shuttling circus acrobats or something. Okay, well, he's not getting chopped by the rotors. I am able to carry two people at a time. I mean, it's not the most graceful or elegant looking. I'm pretty sure this is outside of the specs and safety warnings for this appliance. I could have swore I do see clouds way up high, so okay. I just thought the clouds were better defined than that, because hold on, clouds are gone. Even if as I was looking up in the sky, they disappeared. Important not. Oh, whoops! Didn't mean to get some crumbs on you there, sir. Sorry. Okay, the Skybox program and the resource pack I use it for it. They have a number of different skies defined for different situations. And I know that there's, or I'm pretty sure that there's skies defined for high altitude, but I'm just not getting any clouds at all. So I'm guessing I'm kind of like in an in-between zone between where the sky kicks in, the custom sky texture kicks in, and going way high where the high altitude sky texture kicks in. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I mean, though. Let's see if I can move this. You know, it's just that if you're in an aircraft and you're flying, and 90% of what you can see around you is sky, and then the sky, you know, that's, I mean, if the sky's all empty with no clouds, that's a shame, because this is like, that worked. Okay. How come I couldn't pick up the stupid, here, amazing Santini's here. There you go. Thank you. How come I couldn't do that before? Right? Before, I wasn't able to pick this thing up and dump everyone out. Okay. So let's plop these down. I mean, look at this. I filled the complete lower level with beds that I've taken from Twin Spires. We've got a good start on the upper level. Now that's a mess of beds. And yet I'm already having trouble finding villagers to, well, without putting too fine a point on it, abduct. So, okay. Okay, refuel before I get in. I guess it doesn't really matter. There's a bunch of dudes over there. Why are they all congregating? No, I think they saw a bell. That might be it. Hanging out by the bell. That's interesting. Oh, well. I was going to say, it's interesting. I don't remember seeing a bell in Twin Spires, but it's not surprising because it's a custom village. It's right. I think it's from Lucky's Grand Capitals mod or something like that. So, outstanding structures. Just works a little different than your typical village. But I'm still trying to wonder why I've seen, you know, there goes my clouds again. Why I've seen so few villagers. I mean, I guess that's good news. I mean, it's less work for me, but now it's got me curious if there's something like in that village that's been eating villagers. Or, okay, let's get all conspiratorial here, but let's think this through. I discovered this village and I poked my nose in some corners and I found evidence of cells that look like cultists were using to harbor prisoners or capture people, hold them for their dark and nefarious purposes. And I took the cells out. You know, I snuck in under cover of darkness one day. Took the cells out. Maybe the cultists left. Maybe so maybe the good people, the people left are the good people of Twin Spires, who are innocent of the cultists' crimes. Anyway, you slice it though, it sure seems like this village is pretty empty already. I've only taken a few people. Well, actually, I was going to say maybe it's because there's no farmer, but I'm pretty sure like one of the first people I snagged today was a farmer. But now that I think about it, I haven't seen any crops or fields. So maybe that's the problem. There's a composter someplace, so there was a farmer, but there was nothing for him to farm, and therefore there's no supply of food flowing among the populace of the village. Because the way it works is, villager behavior is that usually it's a farmer that is out tending a field, and he gets a bunch of, wheat or carrots or something, and then so then he picks that stuff up and replants fields. But now he's got a bunch of food in his possession, and when he encounters another villager that has less food than him, and when he encounters another villager with less food with him, he basically splits what he has in half and hands the other half to the other villager. And this is how food's distributed to the entire village, and eventually everybody's chock-a-block full of food. And if there's open beds, and in this case we've seen that there's plenty of open beds, like I said, villagers start doing the hokey pokey and get themselves turned around there. So that we get all sorts of new villagers. None of that has occurred, or at least there's no evidence of any of that occurring. So putting them, I just thought of something. Flip things around. So let's assume all of that's correct, and I suspect it is. What that means, though, is what I've done is I've created a shelter with a mess of extra beds that I pulled out of this village. I'm putting in the new village. Get in there. Don't talk to him. Get in there. You really are a nitwit, aren't you? Get in there. Try to push him. No, don't stand on it. Get in it. Yeah. See what this... Man. So it figures it's the nitwit that causes the most trouble. Okay. Back to the amazing Santinis. Anyway, so what I'm saying here is, so assuming I'm correct about why Twin Spires has a huge number of beds and not a huge population, carry it forward to the village I'm dropping them in. That village does have fields and farmers, and so what I've done is I've introduced an insane number of beds into that village, and I'm introducing new bodies to fill some of those beds, but not all of them. So what I'm expecting is the longer I spend, the more time I spend in that village, because you have to have the chunks loaded for this stuff to happen. But so the more time I spend in or around that village so those chunks are loaded, the more often these vanilla villager mechanics are going to come to play, and they're going to have a huge population boom, which isn't not exactly what I intended, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, this town is well outside of the new Londinium city limits based on the design I have at the moment. So yeah, they can have a bunch of people here. They obviously have a bunch of guards and stuff, so that should help protect them. And when it comes time to start populating New Londinium, because we've got something built, looks like this, we already have a population source of new immigrants. And for the record, I'm perfectly happy with immigrants. Come on in, we got the jobs for you. Not what I meant to do. Let's pick... Okay, so there you go. That worked. And the amazing Santinis are off doing their act. Come here. Come here. Got one of them. Got the one on the bottom. Okay. So all things considered, this is not going badly. I mean, it's not going perfectly, and it's certainly not going the way I envisioned. But look at those clouds, the beautiful sunsetty clouds. And I'm going to lose them in a second, right? Is that how this has been working? Beautiful sunset clouds. And I think they're fading. They are. Oh, you know what it might be? So it might be that I'm flying through a biome for which there's no clouds defined. So the last time I was working with dramatic skies, I was actually, if you remember, I actually made a video showcasing and talking about this mod. And I had been working with the mod author, and I told him, what about the biomes where there's no sky defined? And he assured me that, there's very few biomes where no sky is defined. Most bonded biomes would even be covered. But I told him that I would run the demo version of dynamic skies in addition to dramatic skies. In addition to the full-on beta version, so that because that one just throws the same sky up for all biomes, but I would set it up so that the beta version would have precedence. And he said, "Nah, don't do that. You won't get any sky. Just get the same sky across the board." But I might go back and try that and see if it works. And if it does, I'll let him know. I said, "Hey, this thing you told me not to do actually works." So, okay, add to my list of things to try. Pretty sure I got all the beds. Pretty sure. Make sure I put that disclaimer in there. Okay. Where's this guy? Is he a guard, or is he like the butcher? Oh, he has some type of headband thing on. Yeah, it's a guard. Well, it's a good thing this town didn't get raided by zombies or anything, since it looks like all the guards were in one place and not going anywhere. Okay. So I know I have at least one more in here. Okay, let's do the Santini thing again. Yep. And I don't know if there was such a thing as amazing Santinis. It's just like back in the day, there were a great many trapeze artists and circus acts, and a lot of them came from Italy and the Dalmatian coast, right? So. Okay, well, like I said, this is not bad. It's not bad. We're making good progress. Just not how and why I expected to make progress, but okay. Huge thank you out to the folks that put together Immersive Aircraft. I love this mod. I noticed that there's some new add-ons for it that bring out some historical aircraft. I'd add them, except that they're not steampunky. They tend to be usually World War II fighters and stuff like that. And there's Man of Many Planes, which is put out by the author of the original Immersive Aircraft. And I love that one because they are much more antique-y, right? World War I era or earlier. I'd love to see some more stuff like that, but If I knew enough, I'd love to make my own aircraft. I could really make some great steampunky aircraft. Okay. So he was out, and then he jumped back in. Well, they jumped back in. Okay, so they're off. Come here. Piggyback's over. Oh, come here. Come here. Thank you. You guys be good now. Enjoy your new home. It's kind of like when they released Elsa back into the wild and Born Free. It was sad, but not sad, right? It's okay. So my guess is this will probably be the last trip. I mean, looking at the clock, we still have quite a bit of time in the episode, but I don't have quite a number of villagers left, so we'll just have to go through and do a building search. Search each building one by one. Make sure we got everyone. Kind of like the Hunt for October, right? The Russian officers have a secret conspiracy to get the crew removed from the boat, and then claim asylum with Americans and hand over, the top of the line brand new Russian nuclear submarine. So they stage a phony nuclear accident to try to get all the crew to want to get off the boat. And let's face it, if you're on a nuclear sub in the ocean and all the nuclear alarms go off, yes, I'm not going to question whether or not to stay on the boat. I'm getting off. But one crewman didn't, but that's because he was planted by the KGB and he knew what was up or what might be up, and he tried to gum it all up. He was just doing his job, and of course he got blown away. Okay, so there was one more guy, and then we'll sweep for any other stragglers. And I think that'll do it. Then if we have some time left, I'd like to put away some stuff in storage and kind of get the house squared away a bit. It's not as messy as it used to be, but it's still a bit of a mess. It's starting to look like a ghost town here. Okay, I think that's it. Famous last words, because every time I say something like that, I prove myself wrong. So I have a disclaimer. I may be wrong. So there. Nobody can take me to court on this. Though normally they're pretty vocal, so if they're... Can I eat this? No, I'm not hungry. They are pretty vocal, so if there is somebody out running around... There he is. There he is. How you doing there, Poindexter? Get in puddle jumper. Okay. Final call. Let's stack these guys and get out of here. What? This is what... This is what I was trying to do in the first place. And it, you know, what, fourth or fifth trip it finally happens. But there may be a problem in that we took off. I'm already 2.5 hunger down, and it's increasing. I can't eat with this guy in my lap. Can't access my inventory. So the question is, can I make it before we go down? And if we go down, I don't want to go down in the lava pool. I'll say that. So I don't know at what point we fall out of the air. Maybe it's when you're completely dying of hunger from taking damage. Or maybe they have some type of safety margin where you start losing altitude before then. We'll find out. I can see the dormitory I built. So we're close. I mean, we could walk to there if things go south. But I got three icons of, so I'm okay. I'm not okay. Okay, but I am okay because we landed right on the dormitory. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this guy off, literally, and then I'm gonna eat. Wow. It's been years since I was that hungry in Minecraft. Okay. You. Oh, he's out. Okay, here. Let me drop you off. Drop you off. I think this is okay. Ooh! My bad. Sorry. I guess not. I didn't mean to literally drop you off. I didn't realize it was that far down. Didn't mean to hurt him. But, you know, he is a guard, so he shouldn't let somebody get the drop on him. Oh gosh. It's been a long day, and it's just mid-afternoon, so okay. One more run to make sure we got everybody, and then we'll get back to the house and kind of tidy up a bit, and then call it a day, I think. So in the next episode, I think it's time to organize the house. We want to, I'll come up with a little list of, a prioritized list of machines that we'll want to make now that we have rotational power. And we'll want to set those up. And we'll want to move as much stuff into storage as we can to free up the mess we have upstairs. And if we can get that done, maybe I have some time to get the dormers done, and then we can start actually setting up the real rooms, like setting up a proper kitchen so I have something besides baked potatoes to eat. Don't get me wrong, I love baked potatoes, but you can't live on them, as my doctor points out. I mean, he didn't talk about potatoes particularly, he was just talking about carbs, but it's still applicable. Well, well, well. Why weren't you making a lot of noise? Hiding. Maybe this guy's one of the cultists. Yeah. Now, I don't know where I put my puddle jumper. Thought it was around here somewhere. Nope, there it is. Okay. And I missed beds, apparently. Well, it's a good thing these guys didn't have food. They would have been having oodles of babies, and I have to go capture kids. And I'm really not in any mood to go running down a bunch of 5-year-olds. Huh. I really thought I swept through this building, but apparently not. So... okay, now I lost my aircraft again. Nope, there he is. Okay, let's get this show on the road. And that completes the exodus from Twin Spires. Like you said, it is a beautiful little town. It's probably one of the coolest little towns I've ever seen that was auto-generated in vanilla or modded Minecraft. Vanilla is not much of a statement, but modded Minecraft, that is a statement. I've seen some great villages in the past, so... nice day for flying, though, I'll tell you that. Did my windmill just spin backwards for a second? Possibly. I'll have to go back and recheck that in editing. The cool thing, or non-cool thing, depending on how you look at it, is when I do the editing, I find I miss all sorts of stuff. Because, you know, I'm moving around. I got things I'm trying to do. I'm focused on those tasks. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to stay alive and not fall off cliffs and stuff. And there's times that I totally miss seeing stuff. But I see it during the editing, right? Because I'm looking all over the screen. I'm really paying attention to what's going on. And that's the only thing I'm focused on. So it's funny. And I used to think it was just me. But I've seen other creators. I've watched their videos. And they've done the same thing as I did, right? Something that they missed. And, you know, everybody watching the episode left a comment saying, hey, dude, you missed something. And then let's get him a little lower here. Reach as low as I can. There you go. Let him down gently. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's head back to the Bat Cave and wrap this up. Yeah, looking at this, those on the sides, the east and west, there's a lot of straight roof. We want to break that up with some dormers. That'd look great. Of course, there'll probably be a dormer looking right at the windmill, so that won't be so great for them. But the dormers aren't usually there for a view. It's usually there to bring light into the attic. But a lot of times, you know, you're high up, so then you do get a good view. Oh, I still have a bunch of beds left. We'll take care of them next time. Or maybe we'll just store them here for now because I don't think we need them in the new village. So interesting. I can okay, so let's get rid of the seeds and let's grab these clay balls and go put them in storage. I always count clay as one of the soils, so I'll put it over by where I put the oops, next level down. I'll put it where I put the dirt, the sand, the gravel. That's the soil. So we put one in and then double right click. Okay, one more thing in the right place where it should be. Okay. And that should be it. So let's find someplace over here where we can kind of look down on the estate and talk about it next time. So I don't know how high to make this. I'll just add a few. That'll do it, right? Yep. Okay. So there we go. And like, yeah, you really see the need for the dormers from this view. But this was a good run. I mean, it didn't go bad, as I've said before, but it didn't go as expected. But that's okay. Like the line from Running Scared, no autopsy, no foul. So we're good. We're good. We all got it done in one episode, which is also good. So thank you. I got a lot done. I'm happy with today's episode. I hope you're happy with watching today's episode. If you have questions, by all means, leave a comment below. If you really want to help me out and support what I'm doing, by all means, please hit the like button or a comment. Those are great ways to support. Better yet, subscribe and or become a channel member. So until next time, I hope this finds you and yours in good health, good spirits, and perhaps a touch of good fortune. Cheers.